Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. How do you protect yourself while you are out traveling on the road? How do you, rather than protecting yourself, how do you minimize your level of risk? Come on, let's take a look. First, we're going to look outside at a hotel that we're staying in, and then we're going to look inside. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. And what do you actually hear? Already, you hear alarms and sirens going off. Okay. You check into a pretty decent hotel, a Red Roof Inn, and this is a 2-story. This is external entry. I like these myself. I prefer these. I stay on the first floor whenever I can. Make sure your vehicle is locked, secured. All of your valuables are inside. Make sure when you go in for the night and then come out in the morning that everything is as you left it. You have no flat tires. Nothing is askew. And I did something purposefully. Sometimes in certain areas, people will put marks on the back of the car. They've already scoped you out, and so whenever you get on the interstate, somebody's gonna put a hash mark right across the back, and that will symbol or signify to the trailing car to follow you. And whenever you stop and get gas, they know what you have and what you don't have, and then they'll rob you right there. Something else you might want to consider is, look what I have put down here behind my tire. Imagine if that's a glass bottle. Now, that's just plastic, but for the demonstration, it's a glass bottle. You bend down to pick it up and move it, and someone comes up behind you. And you are incapacitated or in a quandary. Either way, bad stuff's gonna happen. Let's look inside. All right, guys. Now, we're inside the hotel room, and I love, they give you a nice legend. This is just like a map of a state, because it has like you are here, and this, and this, and this, and this. Fire extinguisher here, fire extinguisher here. This is the room that you're in. These are exits, but we're externally, you know, we're on the first floor, so it's not a problem. But, and then it gives you just a really good description. Peephole. These are nice. I like them. I can buy a reverse viewer off of Amazon, and if you don't believe me, please go look it up, for 25 bucks. And I can look at everything inside the hotel room if I put that eyepiece on. Every time I go into a hotel, I put that on there. We have windows here. We need to make sure they're locked, screwed shut. Close the curtains. Smoke detector. Make sure we have a good light coming off of it. I know several people who actually travel with a separate smoke detector, and they lay it somewhere around their area. And look what else we use. There you go. Let's look at some other things that you can do to be safe. Well, dead man's lock right there. You can lock that right there. That's a good way to do it. At night, you could also take and push that there, because that will allow you to have a little bit more noise from an entry into your hotel room. Now, again, going with security, I always travel with some of my own stuff, my canned goods. Got about a week's worth of canned goods right there, if used sparingly. And in here as well, I have a brand new Alabama 2021-2022 highway map. This is a new one. Well, this is the newest. Kay Ivey is the governor here in Alabama. And this is one of the newest ones, and it has all the latest construction as well as lines of declination. More on that later. More to come. Okay, guys, now we're back. These are hard plastic and rubber door stops that have been cut to fit under doors but not penetrate the exterior. So the thought is you would take this, force this up in there, force this up in here, and that would just make it harder for someone to gain entry into your room. Now, you always have to balance everything. You know, there we go. Then you would drive that one in as well. And that goes a long way to help securing this door. You can also get the under hinge step. I don't really know what it's called. It's a step striker, has a rubber foot pad, and it's a U hinge right here, and it goes this and down, and then you can adjust it. And those work really well also. Now, you can really, really help to mitigate your risk by doing these kind of things. More to come. Okay, guys, now we're back. Some of the other things: don't wear gaudy jewelry. Don't talk about your plans in the lobby while you're checking in. That would be something that you would want to avoid. Just general things that you really need to be aware of. Avoid getting a hotel room in an area that is dominated by pawn shops, check cashing places, or gold buying places. That would be a big bozo no-no. And a lot of people are going to say, oh my God, that could be considered racial profiling. Yeah, okay. I don't care. But I ain't dead. These are the things you want to avoid. Community centers, you know, hospitals, that kind of thing are all good. Fast food restaurants, of course, are really nice. Churches, synagogues, places of worship, those are always a plus. And I know some people like to do the seedier side of stuff. Avoid strip clubs, bars, brothels, that kind of place. You want to stay away from those. When I'm old enough now, that kind of thing doesn't really bother me, or that thing doesn't attract me. Be very careful while you're out and traveling. These are some of the very small few things. You could do a whole YouTube channel on protecting yourself while you're out traveling. Don't carry in your computer bag and talk about how much work you have to do so you can get that $250,000 contract for whomever. Avoid that kind of stuff. If you have prescription bottles and they are almost empty and you empty them, don't throw them away in the garbage can in the hotel. You would do better to throw them away at a gas station or something like that, or take them home, of course, peeling the label off. Don't leave all of your pertinent information out where somebody can get it. Receipts, that kind of stuff, everything needs to be destroyed or brought back home with you and then destroyed. Let everyone know where you're going. I am not a fan of those Track Me Now apps. I absolutely despise them, and I will not put any of that crap on my phone. But it's really good to tell someone where you're going. Hey, I'm not staying at this hotel. I'm staying at this hotel. Your wife, your husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, parents, something like that. That way, at least someone has a place to start and check in with your work. As much as you might hate your boss, check in with your boss because that can go a very long way to helping just establishing a good routine. Well, he checked in here at this time, and then he said he was going hiking on the back 40 acres behind the hotel, which is something I do quite frequently. But anybody that knows me that knows I do that, they know I carry a day pack and a large caliber revolver. Bears. I learned that. I learned that the hard way staying at another place in Tennessee. Um, so these are all the little things that you can do. Walk inside the gas station, pay at the cash register. Don't swipe your card at the pump. That's a bozo no-no. I don't care. Carry cash. A friend of mine that was a professional gambler, he said he always carried $200 or $300 under each floor mat. And so whenever he came up broke, when he was gambling, he would pull up each floor mat and that would give him gas money and food and hotel stay on the way home. And it worked very good for him. If that's a problem with you, carry silver rounds if you're worried about using fiat currency. It's under the radar and it's convertible dang near everywhere. Anyway, this is running long, guys. Be safe. It's a new crazy world. Take care of you people.